the closer we get to Spider-Man No Way Home, the more TV spots and slight changes to dialogue and scenes that we're seeing, more and more people are starting to suspect that there's going to be some pretty big retcons that connect to the MCU Spider-Man villains that we're seeing in this film. So let's talk about the worries and the hopes? Question mark? So what we are going to be talking about here is a specific line of dialogue that's been featured in multiple TV spots that we've seen across the globe. And it's the specific line where Doctor Strange says, and I quote, "They all died fighting Spider-Man. It's their fate." So this has caused a lot of discussion, controversy, people trying to figure out what exactly happens. I've talked a little bit about it when it comes to the Lizard, for example, that he's probably a variant, but now people are suspecting that there could be more at play here, that maybe they all are pulled from the exact moment they died in some future from their universe. So it's not necessarily that the Lizard died in regards to the events of The Amazing Spider-Man or something that could have happened. It's maybe he dies in what would have been The Amazing Spider-Man 3 or 4, and he's pulled out of that. Now, there's also some people that are wondering, could this even be from that same universe, or are they just going to straight up retcon moments from other films? And then that way they have a sort of clean slate. And I think it's a little weird and a little, I don't know, stupid maybe isn't the right word, but maybe disingenuous to your fans to say, oh, well, all these characters are not from the same film you saw them before. Like, that feels a little cheap, right? It feels like you're kind of just trying to piss people off on purpose because you would want them to be at least some sort of version of the character we've seen before, like Otto Octavius is. So you would want the Lizard and Electro and whoever else to be that type of character. Now, granted, they could also say that ripples in time and space have changed the event of those other films, which again, if that's what they do, that causes even more backlash. So I sort of feel like they're stepping into this a little too loose on acknowledging what's going on. And I see why a lot of people believe that there's a lot of retconning and deaths of these other villains from these other films happening. But again, we won't know the full picture till we see the film, right? We can all say any of this and all this is speculation, and it is. But again, we don't know the full extent of just how big this is and how far reaching it is. And who's to say that we're even going to get just one version of a character? Like, what's to say we don't get 3 different versions of Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin from different multiverses, and they're all slightly different? It could happen. That's literally what it's about. We literally had that in Loki. Infinite Lokis, so why can't we get it here? So I think we got to wait and see the film before we pass judgment on this specific retcon angle.